Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you guys how to create one of these little boxes, tab the box, with an image that you can have on the front of it. Here's another one, another image on the front of it. Kind of cool. You can make in different sizes. A lot of it depends on what kind of wood you're going to use. We have this balsa wood. These are pre-cut. And then we also have the larger ones that we would have to cut down because these are too big to actually fit in the machine. But before you start, you really need to know what size you're going to use because that will dictate how you do this. All right, we're going to use Inkscape right here. You can get this on your Surface Go. Any of the computers that I have in my room, we can get that on there also. The ones that you have on your Surface Go do not have the extensions that you're going to need, but you can do a lot of other things with it. But if you're in my room, you have this extension right here. And where you're going to start is come down here to render, and you're going to go to the box maker. Okay? There are a lot of different things that we can do here, dimensions, development, all of that. This box maker is to fit on this, and it will make a box this size, which happens to be 110 millimeters wide. It is 80 millimeters deep, and then the height is 60 millimeters. Okay, the thickness of the plywood is actually 3 millimeters, not 4 millimeters. Okay, and that is what we have there. You could do one with just an open, and then one with shelves. Okay, you also have like hinge and frame dimensions. 5 millimeters is a good distance from frame to edge. That is right here, from the frame to edge. And then we have length of the frame and size factor of the hinge. That's just dictating right here how big the actual hinge is going to be to allow it to open and close. Okay. All right. So if you want just the same that we have, this right here should work for you. Should be good. All right. So we're going to apply and then watch what happens. This stays up here. If I hit apply again, it's going to make another one. But if you notice back here, it created it right there for me. And so I'm going to go ahead and close this. And I'm going to zoom in. And the cool way to zoom in is you can press and hold control button and use your wheel to go in and out. Okay, that's one of those little quick deals. And all of these I can delete. I'm just going to delete all of these. Whoops, I didn't want to delete that, so I'm going to go to Edit, Undo History, or Undo, Edit, Undo, Delete. Okay, there we go. I might have to zoom in a little bit better on this one. Delete, delete, delete. Okay, so now all I have are the lines here. Okay, these extra lines right here aren't that big of a deal. This right here is a red line, not really a big deal, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to select all, Control A. I'm going to select all of the lines that are in here. Okay, and I want to turn all the lines red. Okay, the way to do that is you have the fill here, which we don't want any fill. This right here is the line. They call it the stroke paint. It is the lines that are there. I want them to be red, so I'm going to turn that up to the maximum number, which is 255, and I'm going to set all the other numbers to 0. Okay, just like that. So now they're all red. They're kind of hard to see, so I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit darker so I can see it a little bit better. Okay. You'll also notice that the background does not fit my image, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Edit, Resize Page to Selection, and there we go. Okay. If I wanted something a little bit larger, I could make it a little bit larger. I just need to make sure that it's going to actually fit. 284. That is the width of this image. Okay. The maximum I have on any of these are going to be 300. You can't go over 300. So if you wanted to make a bigger one, then you're going to have to save it multiple times in order to have more pieces, okay? Because it's limited by size. The height of this one is 200, and so right here 200 will fit. I can make it a little bit larger by using this one, but the largest height that you can make it is actually 230. That is the dimensions of the laser, and so if it's any bigger than that, it won't fit. Okay. All right. So I've got this, and this is done. This is ready. Now what I want to do is I want to find an image. Okay. I have downloaded an image right here. Let me go to my pictures. I downloaded an image here of this Patrick Mahomes and also of this Chiefs. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to File. I'm going to import my image from my pictures. And you know what? I already did Mahomes earlier. I'm going to do this one right here. Open it, and it's going to put it right in there. Okay. This is way too big. It's not going to fit. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to make it smaller so that it'll fit on the top. This right here is the top because it has the little tabs on it, like this, the little tabs there. This little tab right here and this little tab right here are how you put it together. Okay. Now, here's my issue though. The issue is that if I go in here, the image on this doesn't recognize that there's any lines on there. Okay. And the laser does not recognize when it does what's called a vector cut. It does not recognize anything that's filled. Okay. And so what I want to do is I want to change all the lines in here to blue, but it's not changing anything, is it? And the reason why is because I'm going to need to trace it out. So I'm going to go over here to Path, and I'm going to trace it, trace bitmap, and it's going to give me this thing right here. Okay, let's maximize this so I can see everything. All right, so I have an update right here where I've got that Chiefs, right? I also have over here different choices. I have brightness cutoff, I have edge detection, and when I click on the different things, it will show different visions of what it would look like. So I could do something like this, and then I could invert the image, update, something like that. I could do an auto trace, update, which makes it look just like this. It's not going to give me any lines. And then I could do center tracing, update, which is going to be the same thing. I think I like the best one. I like the edge detection, but I don't want to invert the image. Okay, so now it's going to, wherever it sees a line there, it's going to carve out one of those lines, and it's going to look like this. Whoops, see on there. It'll look like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm done. You can't see it on the recording, but on the very bottom right, it says OK. I'm going to click OK, and then I'm going to X out of it. You don't want to X up here. You want to X down here to get rid of it. And this looks kind of cool because there's now my outline right there, the trace. Okay. Now remember, I don't want it to be black. I want it to be blue. So I'm going to turn it blue. And then I'm ready to save it. Now I'm going to save this as two different files. Okay. I'm going to save it as two different files. I need to get one of my USB drives out. USB drive. Okay. I'm going to plug it in. And I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to go up here. And I'm going to File, Save As. And this is another extension that's on here that allows us to save it as a laser draw file right here. LOIZ. Okay. I'm going to call it Chiefs Red. because I'm going to save it using the red lines. And then I'm going to make sure I'm going to go to my flash drive, which happens to be the purple one. Okay. And now when I save it, it's going to ask me, do I want to export the red lines or the blue ones? I want to export the red lines. So it's going to save it, but it's only going to have the red lines out here. Okay. So I'm going to click OK. All right. Now I'm going to save it again. And now I'm going to do Chiefs blue. Save. Well, I didn't save as the laser. I saved it as an SVG. So Chiefs blue, go down here to the laser, save, and now I want to save it as blue right there. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, we are done with this. Okay. We don't need to do any more. Just make sure it completes the save. You'll notice because this will be darkened again and it doesn't have it all glossed over. But here's this, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the flash drive right here, and I put it in the laser, and then I'm going to take the wood, whatever piece I was going to do, put it in the laser, and I would open it. Go ahead and open this up. So this file this program right here is the program that we'll use on the laser. So I'll go ahead and open that up. And it'll look like this right there. And so what I want to do is I'm going to want to open a file, go to the purple, and I'm going to go to the Chiefs red. And there you go. Now when I go in there, I can go ahead and click here. Make sure that my wood is in there, the right location. I want it to be cutting right there. 15 is the speed that I would want. And then I can click starting. Now this computer is not connected to the laser engraver, so I'm not going to do that. So I would go ahead and just click starting, and it would cut it out. Okay. Then what I would do is I would go in here, open up Chiefs blue, and notice now it's right here, but it's exactly where my lid is. So when you get it cut out, you don't want to move anything. You want to leave it right there, because now it's going to carve out perfectly right here on the lid where I want it. And so I would go in here, click on this. It's going to give me this. And I'm still going to cut, but I'm going to go faster, have it at 40, and the temperature that we had on the laser cutting is at 100%. For this, we want to turn it down to like 25, 20, 25, maximum of 30. You don't want to go over 30, because if it does, it's going to cut all these letters completely out, and you're not going to have the image like this. You're going to have a bunch of holes in here. It's just going to be one big hole where it's all cut out, and it's going to be a blob that kind of looks like the outside of a Chiefs logo. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Hopefully you learned something, and if you have any questions, let me know. If you come here with this, I can help you with the laser. But if you don't come here with this, and all you do is say, hey, Mr. Haynes, how do I do this? I'm just going to tell you, hey, go watch the video. All right, guys. See you later.